What can't I say about Raini? What doesn't she do? She sings, she acts, everything else.
So I used to work in the freezer. I used to be a fronter. I used to be an unloader. I used to do a lot of things.
Bruh.
Yeah. Welcome to the Voice family, guys.
Oh.
And you're in my country representing the same franchise on the red chair.
Oh,
and
bro,
that's crazy.
Bad, yeah.
Make it then green screen down the bed.
Do you feel nervous? Like, let's say tomorrow you have a show.
The only thing that gets in my head is Raini?
Olluwa lokuda.
Raini mahatayini me lamya kettoine.
You tell Anet, thank you.
How sacked is your manager? You so sacked, bro.
No.
You should tell him to line up only attractive drunks from now on.
Mary had a little lamb, his fleece was white as snow.
We choose you!
Yeah. I just got it.
We met in a cafe before, like, discuss answers, like questions and answers, right?
Oh, yeah.
This took 15 minutes.
Okay.
Just this part, because he wanted to practice to get this right.
You have to understand, he was supposed to do it with me. I don't know why he chickened out.
Oh.
Chicken legs.
That's one judge.
Yeah, but this would have been fun if we did it together.
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
anyway.
So,
right.
yeah. So we try to do it together as well. Sometimes, like, we look at each other and we're like, okay, let's do it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Towards the end of the episode, we'll do that together.
Okay, fine.
Okay, there you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to That's a Bro, Season 3, episode number?
Last one. 9.
9. We are assuming it's 9. And today we have an extra special guest. Who do we have here today?
Oh.
Raini, would you like to introduce yourself?
You were supposed to say Raini.
You don't need it. Raini doesn't need an introduction. I don't know what I was supposed to do. What can't I say about Raini? What doesn't she do? She sings, she acts, everything else.
Yeah.
And now she's a judge.
And now she's a judge.
Yes?
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add to that list of your CVs? How long?
Actually, yeah, I was like 2.
I mean, without accolades, I mean, I worked quite a lot while I was in the US. Because, I mean, after all, when we do go there as a family, we are normal, regular people, local beings in the US. So at the age of 16, I started like working, helping my parents and a few of their friends. And then at the age of 18, I started working and for Dunkin', for Chick-fil-A, for Backstage Cafe. So I've worked in like about 4 different cafes and it's called like a grocery store, but
right.
it's a little different. It used to be one of the largest supermarkets that a university had in the East Coast in US. So I used to work in the freezer. I used to be a fronter. I used to be an unloader. I used to do a lot of things.
Bruh.
Yeah, like I remember me freezing my booty off like inside the freezer because I have to unload everything and I have to pre-pack everything from the back,
right?
So that everybody else can have access to the
you just open
from
it
the front.
one from the front. So I have to walk into the fridge and I have to close myself inside, wear like huge Alaskan jackets,
right.
like it's still freezing. And I remember me holding my hand and running water in hot water and I wouldn't feel it for a while.
Really?
Because I've been like, you know, packing gallons of milk, like it's really cold, and cans, like soda cans and everything. So they're very cold to touch, even though I had gloves on. So yeah.
Kudos to the guy who thought the lady from Asia would do well in cold weather. I mean, whoever thought, you know, who shall we put in the fridge? A chick from Sri Lanka.
I don't think they considered that at all.
Like, screw the Russians and all the people who have winter. Let's hire a lady who has never seen winter. Chuck her in the fridge.
I don't think they cared because I was just a student inside the school and they can pay me half as they would to an outsider when they hire me from inside the school. And then I am also like, it would be under the part-time category. So they get to pay me even less.
Right.
Right. So the student fee and then the part-time fee is cut off, and then on top of that they cut out the taxes. So no matter how much like hard work I put in there, I get like $100 like every 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So that would be like my time to go splurge on like food I like or something from at the mall across the school.
Right.
So I have to just cross the street. But I've worked a lot. And meanwhile, I've also had a lot of popular songs in Sri Lanka. And I used to be like, I'm like really known back there, but but it's fun. I was never sad about it. You know, I never sulked about it. I always thought that it was just a part of life. I think that was from my parents. I got that from my parents, I think, because if my parents ever told me like, "Api mehe innonne api gayakayawade api mokatada mehe inne apita kochchara oda e wage kiyagena hitiyan nan," I think it would have grown in my head, in my thoughts as well.
Right.
But we just thought, no, this is just how life is. Ehedi api dannawa mehedi apiwa danne naha. Etakota mehedi api karanna one වැඩ ටික වෙනස්. It's like a best of both worlds kind of situation.
No, but the thing is, you got to live the hard life also. So
yes, and I'm so thankful for it because I feel like I understand a lot more. Like I can relate to people a lot more. When people have hardships, I know exactly what they mean, and I also know because I've never asked for favors from my parents.
Right.
Like like even financially. Up to this date, like I mean, yes, as a child, they took real good care of me, and I think after the age of like 21 or 22, I've done everything on my own, and I'm really proud of that. That is also my parents' upbringing, though. I have to give it to them. My dad always wanted me to be very independent, but I've never asked for favors. So for me, everything was like experimenting. Everything was experimental to me. Everything in life to me is like new and
First
like
time.
Oh my god, what do I do with this? How do I handle this? And I make mistakes and I learn from it. So I mean, it's a pretty interesting ride, and so I'm thankful for it, because if I did not face that part in life,
right,
I don't think I can be this character I am today, because I love who I am. I have to tell you this, because a lot of people, when they ask like another person I've seen, like, are you happy with yourself? Like, do you like yourself? Do you love yourself? Like, they don't have an answer. But I'm like, dude, you need to love yourself. I'm not talking about love. I love who I am. I can be proud. I don't mind a child of mine being just like me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think very few people can actually say that.
Yeah. Why you look at me?
Sorry. That wasn't intentional. All right, that wasn't intended.
He's such a, when you eat a hot dog, the part without the hot dog, just the bread.
Yeah.
That's him.
I looked at you, so so you can also contribute to it yourself.
So what is your?
Oh, there you go.
What is your proudest part in your CV? That long list of things. What is the thing? Like now we were talking about things you have done and achieved.
I think everything is a very.
There's no highlight. This is my favorite.
No, I mean it's a dream come true to be a coach on The Voice, because I myself have auditioned for The Voice in the US. I've been there and I've been to the blind auditions there, and not being able to participate in the next round was like a killer for me, because I had to choose between my aviation final exam and the audition, and my parents have spent so much money on that exam that I cannot spend another $13,000 and wait another year. So I had to choose between that and this, and it was a no-brainer for me at that point, because I was only about 21. Right. So I was like, okay, I just have to take my exam. So obviously I missed going to the next round, which was, I think it was one of the saddest moments of my life, because I really wanted to like get that experience. And that's the farthest I've gotten through an audition. And that's the saddest part. Like, I've been to a ton of auditions. I've been in the snow, I've been in the rain, standing hours and hours. Like, kageri tent ekak assata gilla, like api yalu wenawne kattiyat ekka fit wela. They'd be like, yo, you want to share the tent with me? So, yeah, like,
yes, please.
Yeah, I've done like a lot of sacrifices to try and make it out there.
Right.
And this is the farthest I've gotten because it make your auditions 10 before you get into the blinds.
Okay.
So I've gone through all 10 and then I'm finally here and then I have the ticket with Shakira and like everybody on the thing. Like it's a crazy feeling, and I posted it on Facebook. Like I got through, like, you know, all that stuff, and there's no sound from me after the date because I couldn't actually go. I mean, I wouldn't mind if I even like was turned down, as long as I participated in it.
Sure.
Yeah, but that was a very like hard part. So I come to Sri Lanka in like 2016, 2017, and I'm called to be a part of this. And I'm thinking it's a copy. Like, you know, we always have, like, Sri Lanka always has copies of like things. Like everything. When they said, voice එක තියෙනවා, okay, voice එක කියලා කියන්නේ වගේම එකක් because මොකක් හරි වගේ එකක් කරනවා.
At least translate the word voice into Sinhalese.
Katahanda.
So lazy, these people.
So we were asked to share our rates and all that stuff. Rate share not sure, because it depends on how like
big the production is.
Yeah, like a production can. If it's like the actual thing, obviously the rates are higher.
Right.
And then I was like, okay, let's call a meeting. So meeting franchise we bought like, you know, 4 seasons or 5 seasons. I'm thinking, okay, this is getting serious. And like no. He thought about the money. I wasn't thinking about the money. Now I was like, the voice in Sri Lanka.
Right.
And me, out of all these talented, like crazy talented people, I was like, okay, they're certainly considering, because now they're going to take the rates in, they're going to take the profiles in, and now I've understood that they're comparing, and they're going to send our profiles to the mother, the production team in the Netherlands. That's who.
The Voice is in Netherlands?
Yeah, it's a Dutch company.
Yeah, it's a Dutch thing. Okay. So they're going to, I'm not sure if it's the Netherlands or the Singapore hub that's, you know, monitoring us. But, and then we had another meeting. And then we had a confirmation on that day. And then to that meeting came a supervisor from Singapore. And when she came in, she was like, oh, hi, guys. You know, now I'm starting to feel this, like, I'm starting to feel the, okay,
did I charge them not enough?
Just adding more zeros at the
back. It was a very exciting thing, and it was fantastic because a room Sanuka, Ashanti, Dumal, and Stephanie Sirivardhana.
Yeah.
And Sanuka is my family. Ashanti is a great friend, like really, really cool, close friend. Dumal is like, was new, but he has an awesome vibe, and Steph is one of my best friends as well. I was like, this is crazy. This is an awesome like crowd to be around. And how long is this? About 8 months? Okay, that's nice. And then she says, after the entire meeting, she goes, welcome to the Voice family, guys.
Oh.
And I got so emotional.
Oh, yeah.
I was very emotional. I don't think any of the other coaches that day felt that. I felt really emotional because I was somebody who tried out for this and didn't make it. But I'm here in my country representing the same franchise on the red chair.
Oh,
and
bro,
that's crazy.
Mad, yeah.
So I'm asking for a friend how fun it is for the chair to spin, you know. A friend asked me, not me.
It's quite fun, but once you start doing about 3 seasons, it's not that crazy.
You spun a chair once? How was it?
I loved it.
Yeah, but this is you spinning, right? That spins for you.
Yeah. So is it like, do you feel like you're slipping off it or something?
No, not at all. It's a pretty hefty chair, but I think too many coaches have sat on it. So it could be better.
Right. It's a slight bit rickety.
So when you were switching from flying to music, you must have had a conversation with your parents, right?
I did not.
What? You just woke up one day and you start singing? Or
no. So I come from a family of musicians, and I've been singing all my life. Not as a career, but as like a, side helping part. My dad goes, "Hey, put make it hamni ka damu." He just puts the headphones on me. Like if I'm when I was very young, he used to pull up a chair and make me stand on the chair.
Right. It's a big thing.
So he taught you music, right? Your father, or you had another teacher?
Yeah, I mean, yes. I did go to music teachers. I did go to some I've been to a lot of music teachers and they sucked. All of them. They were really
names
bad.
You want to say? Shout out.
I mean, they all know who they are except for Miss Cheryl. Everybody else was really bad.
Here's the list of names.
Except for Miss Cheryl and my aunt, Marita Gunatilaka. They're really good music teachers. Okay. Except for them, everybody else was really bad.
Okay. Great.
Well, just writing them down. If you have anybody else.
All right. So then you were doing harmonies with your dad, and then
yeah. So that's how I started off, and then he'd always involve me and my sister in every production. Like some production, he would make sure like we are part of it. Like
right.
on the production, but he's involved us in the whole project. So we've been vocally involved in a lot of jingles that you guys hear. You probably don't even know who's singing it and what the jingle is about, but you have here, I'm sure. We've done a lot of jingles for certain radio channels and TV channels and even Sirasa.
Right.
Sirasa is the channel that I've been using my voice for ever since I was maybe 3 or 4. So, I don't know. I used to think Sirasa was home. Like my dad owned or something, honestly. Because my dad used to be there like all the time. He used to be the guy who makes all the jingles for the FM channel. So yeah, and it was quite musical when I grew up. And then I never went to like tuition classes or anything, right? So once I finished school at 1:30, my dad would come and pick me up. He always picked us up and he always dropped us to school no matter how tired he was. He would go to like concerts and he'd arrive around 5 a.m. in the morning. He'd take a little rest in the couch until we got ready, and he would take my sister and I to school. He never took a rest.
He didn't trust anyone else.
Not my mom. My mom never drove that day.
I understand what your father's mentally. I would do the same for my daughter. It's like, you're driving? No, I will.
Not all the time.
I'll take my daughter.
No, my mom didn't drive until I think we were like 12 or something. My mom didn't drive, but yeah, he didn't trust anyone else. So he always sometimes during breaks, I'd like walk out because I went to Richard International and we have like a basketball court outside the school, like inside but outside. Yeah, he'd be parked under the kotamba tree, and he's still asleep after dropping us to school because he's too tired to drive back. So that they're very dedicated parents. Yeah.
So the conversation, how did you switch from flying to music?
Yeah, I didn't.
You see, nobody talks about your child.
Her parents still think she's flying.
No, they don't.
Do they not know that?
He's like, "Aapne dua tha?"
Yeah. So, mangahan mangkyan nige tingara. Eva okkama karla ivara vela like mama. I started studying aviation at 18. Like as in I started college at 18. Yeah. And then I also started my career permanently at 18. So it was both together.
Right.
And I found out, I realized actually that no matter how tired or exhausted I was doing the music scene, like an acting, the singing, the music videos, the whatever, it was more pleasurable to me than flying. Yeah, because when I first took off and landed, I was like, this is so boring. I was excited. I was excited. That was the most exhilarating moment of my life. Like taking off was like phenomenal. Yeah. And landing was just like, my heart was about to like come out of my throat.
Right.
And imagine not dying.
Right.
It was like, it was so good, but that was just a bucket list thing. Right. It was just like bungee jumping.
Right.
So it was a very exciting thing, but it wasn't something that would make me happy.
Right.
Long term. So I realized, I don't want to live that kind of life. I want to be happy. And I've seen how my parents have lived life, and they've lived a really good life because they only do music. We don't have any other external businesses or anything. And my dad's like well off. Yeah. So I was like, why can't I do that?
Right.
Like, the economy is really bad in Sri Lanka, but let me try. And because of that, that is why I did music here and I lived in America.
Right. Okay.
So at 18, I had one song, and it was a really, really good like reach. It had a very good reach. It's called Neela Kandugete, and I did it with Sunil Pereira's son, Gayan Pereira. And that was just a random song. Like my dad made it. And he's like, you need to record this. Like
I've seen that you're very, very small in that. Like,
I was 18 years old. And then and I had green hair and everything. Everyone was like, make it then green screen down the band.
I remember when that song came out, my dad would be like, that's Rukata's daughter. That's Sunil's son. Now the new generation, this music. Now he's listening to this. My dad takes
That's
time.
how they are.
Yeah, my dad.
It takes a while.
Yeah.
Like my dad's a hardcore fan of your dad.
My dad, yes.
So when your music started coming, he's like, this is the daughter's song.
Yeah.
But I have caught him listening.
Yeah, but the song was composed by my dad. Yeah, so I mean, that was the start. And then the second year, I got to act in a movie called Singh Havalokane.
Yes.
And I played one of the main roles there. And that was just me feeding my passion as well, because I think I love acting way more than I sing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I love acting. I actually went to school to act. Like I went to study. I studied acting.
In US?
I did not study music. I studied acting.
In US?
In the US, yes.
Oh.
While flying?
While flying, yes.
And making music. And working in the freezer. Did you not have 24 hours a day? You had like 26 hours?
I did have massive time though. I did a lot of time.
Right.
I slept. I mean, sleep was like my number one thing until the past, I think until like 2021. I think my life has been mostly consumed by my sleep.
Lucky you.
Yeah.
That's a great thing. I mean,
It's fantastic.
I wish I could.
Not anymore, but I still do have sufficient sleep. I do. I don't let it, slide. Just like that. I don't give...
So roughly around what time do you go to sleep?
I go to sleep whenever I feel like sleeping. As
Okay.
in whenever I feel sleepy. So it can be maybe 2 a.m. in the morning or 3 in the morning or maybe 12 a.m.
Okay. But you
Maybe
make sure...
even 10.
Right. But you make sure you get your 8 to 9 hours.
For me, I've noticed that the 6.5 to 7 is the best for me.
Right.
I feel very fit when I wake up because as soon as I pass the 8-hour thing, I feel very groggy.
Yeah, I understand.
I guess it's the age or something.
Do you feel nervous? Like, let's say tomorrow you have a show, and tonight you're going to sleep. Like, you're thinking, okay, tomorrow at this time I'm going to be on stage. Tomorrow at this time I'm going to be performing. Does that get into your head and like?
No, not at all. The only thing that gets in my head is Mona dhandin ni appa.
Really? So zero stage fright from the start itself?
I think it's not stage fright. It's more like during when we're about to perform, like when they're announcing my name. I feel like I need to use the bathroom. I really need to pee real bad.
Okay.
But that's because I'm excited and I'm afraid that I'll make a mistake or like I'm not sure if I'd be as good as people expect me to be. I think that's the only like question that's running in my head at that point, not anything before. Unless I'm sick, like today. I'm having like laryngitis and I'm having a cold.
And
so
full AC right at you. We're doing great.
Everything often now usually, like even at home, like regardless of how sick you are, the AC is always on. I don't know, but it can naturally right? So unless like I'm sick and then I'm like doubtful about how I'm going to sound like, there's no other fright until like the moment they say, yeah, hello, sorry, and they announce me, right? And then I'm like, oh God, I need to pee. But then I completely forget about it once I start getting on those stairs or like walking onto the stage. And then I completely forget about it until I get home.
Your first performance on stage, do you remember it? What was it?
My first...
Like a tickets sell out kind of a show?
Okay. My career-wise?
Yeah, career-wise.
I think it was my parents' concert, which my sister and I featured in. It's a family concert called Roos on the Rack.
Okay.
And our entire family performs in it. And it was a humongous.
Where was it?
It was at the stadium, and we had about 8 to 9,000 people.
Okay.
That was the largest like Sugadasa Stadium,
right,
and it was a massive one.
Okay.
And I remember me seeing on the hoardings and everything, and I was like, oh my god, this is life right there. Like I was 18. It was
no
crazy.
fear at all.
It was, oh my god, it was very very scary.
How did you overcome that?
Because I think at that time I didn't have a song for myself, but people knew me for being their daughter. And there was like a launch. There was like a launch for me.
Okay.
So Api Lankawatawa, after so many years, this is the first concert Rukanta is holding, and the family. So we are all going to go watch it. So everyone's there. Like everyone who missed him, everyone who likes to see the family. Like lamai koi wage danne ne. Ehema kattiyat innawa.
Yeah, for sure.
I love them. And I love them for that.
Yeah.
Oh, සමහර වෙලාවට එනවා වෙන ඒවත් එනවා පොඩ්ඩක්වත් ඒ වගේ. I was like, you're blind.
That was the road I was taking.
No, you're blind. If you do not see my dad or my mom in me, you're totally blind. Like, I am just a good 50-50 of them. I look exactly like my mom sometimes, and I look exactly like my dad sometimes. So you blind if you don't see that. Or anybody else.
Yeah, everybody else. I was just joking. So how did you get over that fact, that fear of getting...
I think with work, with also self-confidence. Because even to this date, if I feel very low and I get on stage, I don't interact with the audience too well, and I'm always like in a negative space.
Right.
But ඒ වෙලාවෙම මට ටක් ගාලා realize වෙලා එක පොඩි switch එකක් වගේ යනවා.
Right.
I'm like, no, this is my stage right here. People are here. මෙතන එක්කෙනෙක් හරි ඉන්නවා මාව බලන්න ඇවිල්ලා ටිකට් එකක් අරගෙන.
And I have doing you.
කියලා I kind of tell myself, and my entire aura changes. My entire vibe changes. Like, it's a thing.
Have you had bad audience where they didn't interact with you?
Of course. I mean, bad kiyanna baha, because some of these audiences are listening audiences, right? Because in Sri Lanka, we have a lot of listening audiences where they love to listen to you. They get annoyed by people who are dancing. Okay. Like in the back or on the side.
Right.
Their peripheral view එකෙන් මත් පේනවට කැමති නැහැ.
Right. Are you talking about my mom?
Hi, Auntie.
So my mom will literally make people in front sit.
Oh yeah.
I can't see.
Exactly. So there are seated audiences, and especially mama build karla tin audience. Okay, I have a very huge audience. Like, I mean, range that I've covered from very young people to very old people, because මගේ parents ලගේ audience එකත් මගේ පැත්තට හැරිලා තියෙනවා. Right? So ඒගොල්ලොත් පොඩක් interest ආවා මේලා මෙයා ඉතින් නරක නෑ නේද මේ වගේ සින්දු ඒ වගේ ඊට පස්සේ අර වෙනම crowd එකකට වෙනම එකක් තියෙනවා. And I also try to cover up a few genres. Like, I don't stick to one. I can boot සින්දුම නැත්තම් ඒ oriental සින්දුම එමෙ කීකී ඉන්නේ. I try to do a lot of genre, and
I think we are saturated with boot sindu in Sri Lanka though.
Yeah, I mean, boot sindu waliන් තමයි mass යන්නේ.
But
that's
it's
the truth.
Boot, but like cringy boot.
No.
Like you kind of, when you hear the song, you're like, you kind of deserved it.
Yeah.
Well.
For me, the cringy boot is when like these lyrics get out of hand.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
It's really bad.
Yeah. And there's too much.
All right. That's what we call it. Gambittara chicken.
So when you have let's say the audience doesn't vibe with you.
Yeah.
Let's say you get on stage, you're singing, and like there's some misconnection. It happens to everyone.
Yeah.
So what is your go-to? How do you get them back?
Because I've gone a lot of Yoshan's comedy shows, right? Mm-hmm. As a comedian, I think what he has is a couple of sets. So if this doesn't work with, he switches to this. Doesn't work with, he switches to this.
I can change, I can make fun of the audience, I can do something. But as a musician, what do you do?
I'm trying to think what I do. I'm trying to put myself in that situation. So, Mehmai, I think you have the option, like you said, you have the option of switching in between, and I don't.
Yeah, that's right, exactly.
I only get a chance to switch songs. And maybe the way I communicate with the audience. And some audiences, they just don't react to anything you say.
I know, I feel
right? එතකොට මම අයියෝ ඔයගොල්ලෝ වැඩක් නෑනේ.
Okay.
කියලා
you hurt their egos.
Yeah, ඒ කියන්නේ මම හිතලා hurt කරනවා නෙවෙයි. I'm trying to cope with like, you know, I'm trying to cope with it myself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I'm like, ayyo monadane ogolo show ekata dawe ogolo. Yeah, like, you know, I tried because I think it's also what I've noticed a lot is people see me from the outside. Like we talked about this before we actually switched on the recording. See me on the outside and people come to a judgment where, yeah, hankarati.
Oh, yeah.
And also I come from a family of musicians. So, and my resting beautiful face.
That's all.
So the name of this episode is Raini. Olluwa lokuda.
Question mark.
Onna Rajit මේ episode එක නම ලියා ගන්න.
ඉතින් නෑ ඒ වගේ. ඉතින් අර මං හිතන්නේ අර ඒගොල්ලෝ මම notice කරනවා even when I'm in public, like let's say I go to a mall and I'm just walking around, I'm just literally in my tights, I have my rubber slippers and a t-shirt on and I'm just walking.
Right.
And මිනිස්සු like රහස් කියන්න ද ඒක නම් කියන්න ඕනේ පොඩ්ඩක් රහස් කියන්න ඉගෙන ගන්න ඕනේ කට්ටිය ඇහෙන්න කියනවා සමහර දේවල්. I mean nothing insulting.
I mean your appearance is what they're talking about.
No.
What is the worst thing you heard?
ඒ රායිනි නෙවෙයිනේ රායිනි මහතයිනේ මේ ළමයා කෙට්ටුයිනේ.
You said, Anand, thank you.
I love it. I was at the Dehiwala Zoo actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I'm literally like walking so close to these ladies who were enjoying their lunch over like a bench. And then they goes, me yara Raini da. Nee, Raini thamai yani. Then ඒගොල්ලන්ට දැන් බලනවා දැන් වටපිටාව ඉන්න කට්ටියත් බලනවා රයිනිත් එක්ක ඉන්න ඕන්න දැන් අපි කියමුකෝ if they see someone who looks like my sister maybe.
Right.
Then එතකොට confirm කරගන්න. එහෙම කවුරුකුත් because I went with a bunch of friends from Dubai. And nee, Raini get to Yaduita. And it's really loud. They're not being like secretive at all. And I'm like this, oh my God. But I have a lot of fun. I don't get offended easily. So that's good, I think.
Do people come and like give selfie or something?
Yeah, of course. They do. Makian hedu isella. Magera outlook එක දැකලා සමහර අය එන්න බයයි ළඟට. They think අනේ මේ සමහර අය මේ නම් මේ ෆොටෝ එකක් ගන්න. එහෙම කියලා අහනවා. So the card දෙන්න කියලා like I get overexcited because I get really you know what? I get offended if people don't disturb me and bother me and like
please disturb.
Right.
No, I'm serious.
Because that means you're doing something wrong.
Yeah, that means I haven't, you know, made them happy or something like that. Ekane like api highway එක cross කරනකොට මං සල්ලි දෙනකොට උනා මං hi good morning කියලා ගන්නකොට ඒ මිනිස්සයාගේ spark එක දැක්කම
Like that.
Yeah, like එහෙම නෙවෙයි they go like කියලා like I see happiness in your eyes and that makes me so happy. හැබැයි කවුරුද මේ කියලා දුන්නොත් I'm like, oh damn, he's having a bad
what happened
day.
to him? Yeah.
And I'm like, God bless his soul. No, I mean, I always pray.
Sorry?
Have you seen the spark when you give money to the guy in the highway?
I noticed that especially when you go to food like shopping places like grocery stores.
Yeah.
If you greet the lady who is too busy or like checking the next item, if you say good morning, she's like, okay. And then she says good morning to the next person as well. So that entire chain happens because of you. So I understand what you mean.
Yeah.
I say good morning there.
Grumpy man.
No, I say good morning.
Maybe you just
I
look
mean,
very
like,
scared.
they probably think he's a grumpy man just saying good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning. Back at you.
You need to work in your delivery.
Yes, I should.
Yeah, delivery.
So you encourage people to come and take selfies with you and say hi
I
to you.
do because I think that's what I've worked this hard for. That's what I'm working this hard
That's
for.
great. That's great for everyone out there. But what is your stalker situation like?
That's the one. Can I talk about this? What we can do is this, right?
Yeah.
You can tell us the situation right now, and if you change your mind, we can cut it out.
No, එහෙම එකක් නෙවෙයි. The thing is, by definition, they are stalkers. But I know that they're doing this out of so much love and like
okay.
thing.
Right.
So I don't want to
hurt them.
I don't want to call them stalkers, but by definition, they
Right.
So we
is.
call them fans pro plus.
There's very heavy fanboys.
Yeah.
Right.
So I mean,
Heavy
girls
fanboys
too.
are for the fat guys.
No, I mean boys and girls. I have a very equal. Sometimes girls are crazier.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
They're more into the whole stalking than the boys, to be honest.
Women are a lot more observant. but
Yes. And I've been overwhelmed sometimes. Sometimes it's been very hard. I've blocked. There are certain profiles on social media that I've blocked more than maybe 10 in the past month. But in a way, I'm still thankful for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's a very complicated situation.
You're right.
Because I love the attention. Like I said, I am working this hard for that.
Right.
That attention. I mean, we're working for fame, right?
Yeah.
I love being famous. I love being stalked. I love being loved and the attention that I get. Even negative comments. Like me, dawasala voice ke kaurari bana inna nang. I've been evolved to love it.
Okay.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like I've gone through evolution.
Right.
So, oh dang, all right, this is good, this is successful, this is me being successful.
Right.
So, because I know that hatred is going to turn into something positive in the upcoming months or years.
Nice.
So, I've learned to see that in a very positive way, which is why I don't get heartbroken anymore.
Okay.
I don't get heartbroken. So, even with the whole stalker situation, I've tried sometimes, like, because I do communicate with people sometimes, like, when I feel like it's like it's too much, ignore karna. But if somebody obviously sends me like a really nice message or something, I always reply to them.
Right.
If I come across it.
Right.
And there are a lot that I don't see, but then sometimes there are days that I go through like a whole lot. 2022 like, you know, like because sometimes I feel like I've missed out like too much.
Yeah.
Being who I am, I've missed out on life because the messages are so beautiful.
Right.
Right. And I wish I had read them at
Back
that
then.
point.
Right.
And so I do reply to all that stuff. So as stalker again, yes, it's really bad. Sometimes it's a really bad thing. Mama, for example, the worst thing that happened to me, because it was so gross for me, was Mama Jahuta Singh Kerala. I had 3 other shows that day. So I had Jahutapula, I had something in Maradana, in Piliyandala, and somewhere else.
In one night.
In one night. And Jahutapula was the quickest show that I had because it was only 2 songs. I mean, not 3.
I was there.
Oh, you were there?
Oh, yo.
I was there.
Did you dance?
Oh, you know.
All the moves. Hot moves.
Was this the stalker? Is it him? Oh my
I
god.
saw her in one concert. I didn't go to the other 3. I didn't know she had 3 concerts that day.
So I did. And once I did my first, my own set, like as in the ones I do with Chinti, I had Tharamini and Kandam and something like that. And I got out of the stage. And as I was coming down, my manager was not anywhere to be seen. I had a lot of cousins, but they were all in the audience because they all love like this whole vibe, and it was a really great concert.
It's a great concert.
So I'm coming down, I'm looking, and I see like the organizer of the show, but you know, he's like in his own world, he's like busy and stuff. And there was a guy who was like helping me walk down the stairs.
Right.
Like he was being a gentleman. So I was like, oh, thank you. And I'm like, you know, rushing down because I'm still like trying to see if like I have enough time to get to the other one. Outdoor shows.
Right.
Which means I have time till about 3 a.m. to sing.
Right.
And then, you know, because they go on till really late. But it was, the sad part was me that I was driving that night. So I had to, you know, really rush to the next one. Like Maradana to Piliyandala is a pretty long commute. So as soon as I got down, and I'm like, and then this guy, he handed me a bottle of water. And as soon as, I don't remember this exactly how it happened, but he kissed me in the mouth. And it was a very like gross situation because he reeked of alcohol. He was not attractive at all. He just went for it. And And thank God I had the bottle of water.
You smacked him in.
I gargled. I started like washing my mouth.
You were sure the lid was sealed or?
No, it was. I don't remember all this. I just remember me like.
Right, yeah.
And all that. Funniest part, I have this other guy who's, let's call a huge fan.
Huge fan.
With a bunch of flowers, waiting for me. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Like, as soon as I saw the face, I knew who exactly it was. And it was a really bad situation to be in.
Right.
Because I was alone. And I had to go to car, and these dudes are following me, and then I was really pissed off. My manager wasn't there. Like, nobody was there. Like, it was really
how
bad.
sacked is your manager? Like,
he's not sacked. Unfortunately, he's a relative.
You're so nice, dude.
Like, you so sacked, bro.
No. I think he was rushing behind my payments.
Ah.
So
Okay.
he kind of...
Promotion.
Fair. Okay, understandable.
And then...
You should tell him to line up only attractive drunks from now on.
no, I think then mata a vela tiyena situations my grossest make because it was so gross, man.
Yeah.
Like, it was really gross, and he over all that he reeked of alcohol.
What
and
was he doing
just...
backstage?
So that was just a flaw that happened during the whole concert, because there were a lot of people who weren't supposed to be there.
Oh, I see,
there.
yes.
Like, we couldn't even have like an after party that day. So it was like they were supposed to have like an after party for the artists, like, you know what I mean,
Right.
like the musicians and everything, and they had to cancel everything because there were people who were not supposed to be there.
Over there, right?
It wasn't me.
We can all hope so, Yashan.
I hope so.
I'm a good audience member.
I really hope so.
So you were standing. Were you up front or were you in the back?
A little bit back.
Okay.
I came with my wife.
Cool. That's why you were in the back, because he was with his wife.
No. I'm a good audience member.
Okay. All right.
Why is she putting me in a spot like this?
I love watching you score, man. Thank you. Now that we have the worst, what was the best?
Best fan interaction.
Outside of your shop. What? I got you.
Well, sometimes I get really overwhelmed by the amount of attention and detail they put into gift giving.
Right.
Because I don't expect anyone to give me gifts. Like, gifts keep coming. I'm not talking about like you purchasing something. These gifts are like handmade. They've put so much like time. And the best one of my favorite ones, like I love everything, but one of my favorite ones are a doll that I got, who's dressed exactly with one of my outfits that I wore for The Voice season 1. And because I think that's where she started loving me. Like,
okay.
She started fangirling me at that point, I guess. And this doll looks exactly like me, in the exact clothing, the exact stitching, the exact number of necklaces that I had on my, like, it's vertical. So she sewed it vertical. She got the exact
this sounds
fabric.
like the beginning of a horror film.
No.
It's like
No, I can it's a detail game. Yes, I understand. It does sound a
like
little
nighttime if it starts moving, brooches run.
It's been with me for the past 4 years.
Oh, there you go.
No worries.
Imagine into the night. I choose you.
You throw something and you're on the other end.
You know what? I can never look at it the same way again.
I know exactly what gift you should give her. A small spinning chair.
Oh,
For the doll.
that'd be cute though.
Cute?
If you're listening, maybe a chair will be good.
It has to have like a really creepy song that plays in the background.
Yeah, and then the same girl, she got me like a book. Like it's a scrapbook. It's massive. And it has like my journey, my entire journey.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, because you know I live in an apartment, and you know how apartments are.
Yeah.
Like, it's very cozy and small, and you can have
Understood.
like trash. But this is not trash. This is so valuable.
Yeah.
But then I don't have a place to put this because it's taking up so much space.
Right.
But I can put it away. ඒ වගේ තව 5ක් 6ක් තියෙනවා මට.
So she's indirectly telling you stop
And
doing
not just
this.
her, it's from a lot of other people, but I'm saying like this was one of the first like crazy gifts I got, because when I'm going through this මටවත් මතක නැති situations තියෙනවා ඒ pictures වල.
Wow.
Like maybe some of them are downloaded stories that I've shared.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, let's say we post a story today. In 20 years, I'm not remembering this moment. Like,
Right.
not this moment, like the
And
photo.
so yeah.
But that photo is printed and given to me. I'm like, oh, wow.
It's gonna be in a scrapbook, bro. Yes, we made it. When they have a Raini museum, and they'll be like,
mama අද ෆොටෝ එක අරන් ගිහලා මම print කරලා ගහගෙන fridge එකේ මත.
yeah. When she has hunger, she's like, Munden.
Can't look at my dolls the same way because I'm buggy.
Yeah. So, but
So, yeah.
like, do you have like a fan meet and greets or?
I've had, sometimes I give them treats for my birthday.
Okay.
My birthday is on the 10th of April.
10th of April, guys.
Yeah. And then sometimes I put up a story saying, who wants to go have a coffee with me here? Then I get a lot of inboxes, like DMs. And I choose about 10.
Okay.
And then I take all 10 of them, I give them a treat. So last time we went to Triangular, I think. We had a nice treat there.
We put our names this time.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
She'll be like, Yoshan, cut, double cut.
So,
Yoshan Pereira, Yoshan P. Y Pereira.
ලංකාවේම එතකොට ජීවත් වෙලා හිටියොත් කියයි ඔය උළුවස්සේ ගියා පැත්තට ගියාම තමයි රාවණා බුදියන් ඉන්න තැන තියෙන්නේ.
සර් කැන්සල් කරන්න නම් එපා. මං එන මග විනාඩි 2කින්.
ඇත්තටම කියනවා නම් උන් ඉස්කෝලේ ගිය වෙලාවේ නිදා ගන්න වෙලාවේ මම පට්ටාදරේ වුණා. ලා මකලෝකේ අන්තිම last final conclusion act
www.slvlog.lk web අඩවියෙන් then ඔබට නැරඹිය හැක.
Yeah. But you said you did a movie, right, in 2009?
Yes.
Have you done anything after that?
I did not, but I am working on one right now.
Yeah.
Oh, no
So,
way.
yeah.
Is it an action movie, horror film?
It's more of a not historical. It's a fictitious historical.
Okay.
It's like Sri Lankan based, but it's fictitious. It's not a true story
Alright.
of any sort. But it's a little in the modern era and a little bit from the historical era, and I'm in both eras.
So it's like a part 1, part 2, or
Part 1, part 2 ekak way, because it's actually based on a book.
okay, a Sri Lankan book.
A Sri Lankan book. It's basically Atlantis wage city ekak.
Nice.
But it's based in Sri Lanka, in Horton
Okay.
Plains. And
Our ministers go and ruin it. No. Is that the film? I told the whole story.
yeah,
You
so
gotta got that part also.
oh, Mangi, they came in. No, there's a little bit of time traveling in it as well. So
Super. I'm going to pitch you a film right now. Ranjan Ramanayake. Why are you laughing? Why you start
wonderful.
laughing?
What a great start.
I love Ranjan.
He's the hero. I'm the villain. You're the damsel, but you're not in distress, because I can't say that now. Apparently, it's bad.
Yeah.
And we fight.
She'll save you.
Yeah, you save me.
Yeah, for sure.
Wait, I'm the villain.
I am the villain. Yeah, fair enough.
She has to save Ranjan.
Oh, okay.
I say Ranjan.
Yes.
Bro, what a twist.
That's the plot twist.
Okay.
Are you in?
Okay.
Yes, we have a film ready.
Right.
Can I tell you a story based on like Israel concert ekakata. So Ranjan was also part of the concert. The Israelis were in charge of fixing the stage up because of security reasons. They wouldn't let anybody else fix the stage. So
Right.
they're the ones who would fix it. The LED walls and everything else. You okay?
Well, I am okay now. Apparently, my daughter was on all this time.
Yeah, it was actually.
Yeah, I was thinking,
Oh, did you see it?
Nah, Mama, that
No.
when he was lifting it up.
I was like, what is this light coming
No
out of my
wonder you were
pants?
so bright down there.
I was like, why is it so glowing down there?
Yeah, so we were in Israel and then we had a performance. Since they fixed the stage, everything was okay because they do the security runs and everything. I was like the third artist to sing. As soon as I got on stage, second song, the LED wall comes down, hits everyone. Some injuries. The wall lands on my back, and I'm literally like holding it. And then Ranjan was in the back. He's trying to hold the LED back like wall back and like he's trying to hold it without it falling. Mama tegama karna because we had musicians like already on the like stage ground.
Right.
Like one guy passed out. Like he was knocked out. He was knocked out. Like he was unconscious for like 20 minutes probably or 10-15 minutes, but it felt longer. And then I felt a huge burn down my leg, and then I'm just holding the stage, making sure nobody's hurt. But then somebody comes and says, oh, okay, wall lega hari dang like I'm trying to like
it's burnt now.
It's burning, but there is no damage that I see because I was wearing like a skirt so I can like lift and look. I don't see no damage, but I'm feeling this heat just traveling up my leg, and it was so painful.
Okay.
It was really painful, and my back's like done for. Yeah. I feel like there was such a big hit, but it pain then it force like the jerking part, but this was just really painful. I'm just like, trying to figure out what the hell I'm going to do.
Right.
And we weren't sure if we were going to continue the concert.
Right.
Because I was just the second or third artist, and we had like 3 more.
Right.
And these were Sri Lankans who work in Israel. They work so hard. Yeah. We had about 3,000 our audience members, and they're just there to enjoy their time. And Ranjan goes, "Oya Atlas wagere baba aralla hiye, right?" And I was like, what Atlas are you like what Atlas? And then like he was like, Atlas baba I was like, oh my god, this man, like I'm literally like in pain. I'm like trying to figure out what's happening or gonna happen or monada karanne.
Yeah.
And he was cracking this joke, and I was like, I can't survive.
Did they find out already? Let's say what exactly happened and why the.
So they hadn't clipped the.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
You know why? Because they didn't think that a Sri Lankan concert was going to be as
loud,
vibing. Yeah, they didn't know the vibe of Sri Lankan thing.
Right.
Well, they learned a lesson.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so they sort of missed out on that one.
Right.
Yeah.
And the songs that have been coming out, you write them yourselves, like the newer ones?
I have a lot of songs that I've written since the age of like 13 or 14. I've composed like melodies for songs. But recently I just did something, and I think that's the first one that you guys are ever going to hear, because I've never been confident enough for anybody else to hear it. I find them really nice. I find them pretty. I find them very simple.
And you want us to listen to it first? Oh, you guys. No, it's an honor. He's dying.
Nice
Don't
try.
die before we hear the song.
Nice try.
We know nothing about music, by the way.
Oh, that's nice.
Even better.
Genuine response. Yeah.
It's like, that's a bob, and some guy who knows music, like, no, it isn't.
Right.
It is.
So yeah, I've written a lot, but written it's all English. But recently, man kiyogolan to samarata ahanna pulawanga week like man actually Sinhala liwe. Okay. And that's like one of my first Sinhala piece.
Right.
And it's a very Sinhala melody as well. And poddak, I hear my dad in it a little bit. I guess that's where I get the inspiration from.
Roots are roots, man.
So I'm excited. Then mama kalpana karna eka mama sing karnawada naththam wena kenekta denawada kiyala. So yeah.
When I say what I'm going to
Api denna karanne.
Kohedda naha washa, don't worry, it's okay. Very
Imagine that music
optimistic.
video of us running in the flower fields, behind the trees, and there's like a random mountain with snow.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Raja Ramanaga is also in there.
Raja Ramanaga is also there.
Of course.
And then we have a fight sequence for some reason. Yeah. It'll be epic.
Awesome. I mean, you'd be really nice.
See?
Right.
On a mountain, like a Teletubby, that'd be great.
Oh, yeah, sure. You can be the sun.
Yeah, I can be the sun.
You can be the baby in the sun. That just la.
What are you gonna be?
An extra a bird or a tree or something. But when you compose songs, what is the creative process? Like, do you switch everything else off and you listen like something else before you get into this? Do you just sit down with a pen and a piece of paper? How does it work?
So, mage format I come up with the melody first.
Hari.
And then sometimes I'm just in bed and then I hear a melody in my head, like a little part. I'm like, interesting. Let's like form it.
Right.
Let's, like,
then it's a, you just
yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. Because that's what I've seen. That's what I've seen my dad do. Like my dad would wake up in his sleep around 2:30, 3 o'clock, and he used to have like a recorder next to him, like I mean, cassette taka dala record.
Okay, right.
So he would just take it and be like, like.
Oh yeah.
That's how he made that song called Sandapana. So I remember this because I was in his room. I was sleeping on a comforter on the floor, and I remember him waking up to compose this song. And I've heard him compose a lot of songs, but this one specifically I remember because it became such a hit in his career later. Again, after his career had gone through everything.
Yeah.
It was another. Like another
wave.
hill to it was another wave, and that was one of the songs. And I remember, so specifically so since I've seen that, for me I don't take a minute in delaying it, because the melody you just remember it and you just go on with it. Mood you can build it whenever you want it.
Right. Okay.
So you just get that little part.
This is the heart of the song, the crux of it. Okay.
Yeah, like it's like maybe make a format. Right? They can api den මොකක් හරි event එකක් plan කරනවා මේකේ colors මොනවද theme එක. කියලා එකක් ගන්නවානේ. So අර melody එක වැටෙන ඒක තමයි theme එක. ඒ theme එක can not the main meaning. And sometimes when I compose a melody, I get words in my head.
Okay.
ඒ words ටිකත් එක්ක තමයි record කරගන්නේ phone එකට.
Shopping bag.
Yeah, like Sinhaleng තමයි ගොඩක් වෙලාට. I think it's because I've seen my dad do this, man. Like because that's exactly how he does it, and that's exactly how I do it.
Right. Okay.
And it's I'm not 1,000% sure it's because I've seen him do it.
Right.
ඒක තමයි මගේ instill වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. So I started getting words. I start getting words in my mouth to the melody. එතකොට ඒකත් එක්ක බොරු වචන ඒ කියන්නේ කිසිම ගැළපීමක් නැහැ.
Like my daughter.
Yeah.
She sings that. බොරු වචන දාලා ඕන beat එකකට බොරු වචන දාලා.
But ඒකේ meaning එකකුත් තියෙනවා.
Okay. Not like my daughter.
ඒකේ meaning කියලා කියන්නේ you can get like a slight idea of, oh, is this a sad song? Is this a happy song? කියන එක. I usually come up with a lot of sad songs. It's the melancholic music
right,
that really
and
comes out.
Before we get sidetracked, do you believe that sad songs have a lot more meaning and emotion than happy songs?
Of course.
Okay, right.
Sad songs easy to sell.
Is it?
I feel like sad songs are pure.
Right.
And happy songs are just
fabricated
for entertainment.
Oh, okay.
Because sad songs, like, you can't just come up with sadness. You really have to be someone who's either like really, really creative, like who's like, a great writer.
Right.
But even a great writer is made with experience, right?
Right.
So with experience is when you know what to say and what emotions to feel.
Right.
To write a song or to write a book.
Right.
So sad songs are very real for me. Whereas when you're writing happy songs, either you're in a really happy state at that time, maybe you're like newly in love or something. Like, that start like that 6 months, the 7
honeymoon
months.
phase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like full of bliss, like endorphins, like all the time, like at a high, like 100%.
Every day is sunny.
Oxytocin is like 100%.
Birds everywhere. They're singing.
And you start listening to music, and you only start hearing the music, so you're happy.
Right.
Which is why when you're sad, you start listening to the lyrics. Yeah. So So.
So many things happening at the same time. Like a million
Yoshan has so many songs to sing.
I'm writing the love songs now.
Do you write anything at all?
Well, not just music.
You did?
Yeah. So a long time ago, I wrote a few songs. So, teenage.
He's going to sing it to you right now.
No, I'm not.
Why
but
not?
what I do is I do write jokes.
All right.
Like your dad. I mean, your dad writes
So
music.
How do you come up with the jokes? Like,
so say, like 3 in the morning, suddenly I'll be like, hey, that's the funniest thing I've thought of.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, there are scripts like that I've come up with. Like there are situations where like, oh my God, that'd be so funny for a skit. Like, that'd be so funny. Because we used to do homemade videos. They call it TikTok, Facebook, mukutma social media na.
Okay. This is just vines.
yeah, we just
No, like
there's no social media.
Hari.
Ape family and my cousins we get ready, we write down a script, we put on like wigs, we get dressed, we act, we have a camera.
Do you still have those videos?
It's priceless.
Some I'm sure we do have some.
Because I have my family stuff, and if they leak, man.
I think mang you know kota kali sama gala me kharawa ge dale mama ekaka raw we gonna kene like like we go to these like we did like a skit called Dehiyatta Kande scene nigga. Like, you know, that was one of like our iconic acts.
Right.
So this is just us, like my cousins and I, and my aunties, like singing from the background, doing background music, and they'd video us, and that was like phenomenal for us.
You can always reuse these videos for a music video in the future.
I should. You're right. I understand.
I also have a collection of Pereira family videos, which are so embarrassing if you see now.
Right.
Pre-TikTok, pre-Vine. We made movies though, like we remade The Fast and Furious. We called it the Colombo Drift. It's a nice movie.
Is it?
We did, I don't know if you know, there was a horror film called One Missed Call. So we remade the One Message Received.
Oh.
It ended up being a comedy more than horror.
That's nice.
Yeah, so
I still love stuff like that. I mean, because it's a purpose audience
just for fun.
Like, you know, we didn't try to get likes on it, or we didn't try to get shares on it. It
just
wasn't for anybody else to watch. It was for us to watch.
Right.
So we'd record it. It was VHS and everything, right? And that was just a really good time.
But if those leak now, man, that's so fun. Like,
I love to be a part of like a TikTok skit or something. People are really scared to like reach out to me. But I love to act. Like I just like, oh my god.
But is it a serious role you're looking for or something jovial?
Oh, jovial. I love jovial. Like I'm just a very loud and like that's why I say like I have this beautiful resting face.
You don't say.
That people are just like, nah,
So let's get to some of your favorite things.
Okay.
Favorite artists of all time in the world.
Okay, let me just start off by saying I'm really bad with favorites, right? Because my favorite I appreciate a lot of things, and I don't like it or I like it.
3
artists
in the world.
In the world.
Yeah, like,
in no particular order.
In no order.
Okay.
No order. Like in the car, you're like
music wise. I like listening to, not the person. Okay, because I don't think any of these artists have shown them their true selves, so I can't really like them for the person or whatever.
No, not for the person.
If you start by saying R. Kelly and P. Diddy, they're off to a great start.
I
love the music. The music is great.
I love Diddy music. I used to listen to a lot of, I think there was a group Danity Kane Killer. I used to be like hardcore lover of that.
I can imagine with the cap at the back and all baggy clothes and rotating bling.
That sounds like Flavor Flav, but okay. You guys haven't seen him, right? Flavor Flav? Okay. He was a hit back then when I was in high school.
We are the same age, I think. No? Almost.
You're older. She's 91.
I'm 91.
And you are?
92.
You are?
89.
Oh, Ricky. That's not bad.
That's you.
That's great.
Nobody said it was bad. You said
When is your birthday?
November.
30th, I know.
Oh, you?
March 29th.
March 29th. Okay.
Now everyone in the internet will know my passwords.
So you're number 2 and you're number 3. You're 30th, right? You said
30th. Yeah. What is that number 2?
Like a numerology number.
So is it good? You're scaring
3 and 2, 2 and 3. You guys, I'm a 1. I'm 1, 2, 3.
What a band! We've already found a band, you guys.
What's our band?
1, 2, 3. That's how it sounds.
That's good. That's good.
Right.
Sequential. Yeah. So your question was
the favorite artist.
I love The Weeknd's music right now. I love Bruno Mars.
Yes.
And my all-time, I think, forever, I guess. Music-wise, I love Michael Jackson.
Yay!
Is that your favorite?
All time.
Oh, you're right. So music-wise, I love him.
Every time we get a musical guest, I push it in such a way where they say his name at some point or the other. So yes, I did it tonight also.
I don't think his name will be ever not said.
Yeah. See?
At situations.
Yashan, you take it way too seriously.
Yeah. What are you like? A family member?
He wishes. If you could sell his family members and go there, he would.
No, it's just that I got made fun of a lot for listening to his music.
Okay.
So every time when there's
Did
someone...
you feel like MJ at one point in life?
Yeah, Podika.
Understood. Yeah. That's why you
Did you feel like MJ at one point?
No.
Okay.
There are local artists that I've actually looked up to while I was growing up, and I've told them to. Like, for example, Ashanti.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
She was one of those artists that I wanted to be like growing up.
She's like the Missy Elliott of Sri Lanka.
Right. So she had a song called Sandavature.
Yeah.
And I remember being in my room in New York. I had a fan blowing in my face. I had like something in my hand, maybe a hairbrush or something. I used to Sandavature. I used to do it, like the fan blowing, and I kept repeating. I've probably repeated that more than 1,000 times, and I've recorded it on the little handy cam that we used to have, and when I became friends with her, and that was one of the first things I told her. I was like, dude, do you know that you have been, this to me? You've been one of my idols, and I'm like, I can't believe you're like best friends right now, and working with her alongside on The Voice as well. So, yeah.
God damn, dude. If that's a legend, I don't know.
So I don't have much singing talent, but when your Tarumini song came out, the part where he screams reggae, reggae, I can do that part.
Go for it.
I go reggae, reggae.
Ah, that's it. That's it.
Rest of the song, I'm like, okay, let them do it.
That's my part, though.
Yeah, I can't do any of that.
So if you ever need a backup singer to sing 2 words.
Reggae, reggae.
Reggae, reggae. Apparadi jahota pole kiwa na ngarang.
That is with this vibe.
I'll be like, reggae, reggae. And that bug would have kissed me also.
Oh my god. I had already forgotten about it.
And unlike you, I would be like, why am I enjoying this?
That would be so sad.
That would be so
For the wife? For the wife?
For everyone.
That would be traumatic.
And he's drunk and not attractive also.
Yeah, that was a sad part for me.
All right, so we got famous singers. I mean, our favorite singers. Favorite movies. English.
Movies, English.
First favorite movie genre, what is it?
I like rom-coms.
Oh, yeah?
A lot. I don't like war-based ones. I've watched a whole ton, and I've like Pearl Harbor. I've cried and I've.
Pearl Harbor is a rom-com.
About cheating.
No, man can't get war stories with Mambala like the war-based stories.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I said I've watched like movies like Pearl Harbor, which I've enjoyed a lot, but it's not my preference. You know, like it's not my first preference. I wouldn't be like, oh, let's watch like Pearl Harbor. My favorite. I think was a very solemn, melancholic movie. It's not a rom-com at all. It's called The Deep End of the Ocean.
Okay.
And it's about a kid getting kidnapped at the age of like 3. And the parents find out, like the parents have been searching for this boy like all their life. 16 years pass by, or 10, 15 years pass by. And their daughter makes friends with a guy down the street, and as soon as the mom catches her eye with this new friend of hers, she feels a connection. She's like, that is my son.
Right.
And then she starts her search, and truth be told, that is the son. And ඊට පස්සේ ඒ පුතාගේ transition එක ගොඩක් අමාරුයි, because now this dad who he knows to be the best dad is not his dad anymore. His family is just up the street. It's amazing. So this is something I watched when I was very young, and I got so attached to it that every like 5-6 years I always watch this, and then I couldn't find it anywhere, not even online. And just last month when I was flying to Australia, this movie was on there.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, and my 10-hour flight was like the best 10 hours like I spent because I kept watching it. Like it was so good. I love it. There is no like funny parts at all in the movie.
Okay. Sorry, Yashan.
Yeah, so it was really good.
I watch classy stuff.
So yeah, Deep End of the Ocean is one of my faves. It's one of my it's my favorite. Full stop. Like period.
The title is very misleading because Deep End of the Ocean for me means something else.
What does it mean here?
Middle of the sea.
Right.
I thought is someone going to drown or something.
That reminds me, I love the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yes.
Okay.
I love it. It's I love Johnny Depp, especially Eka. Edward Scissorhands. Like I love it. I think I love most of the crazy movies that he's been on. Not like the serious ones, like where he's actually like being cute and
right.
I like the ones where he's very ugly.
Sweeney Todd.
Yeah, Sweeney Todd.
Right.
Fantastic.
He has not seen it.
Should I watch Deep End of the Ocean or Sweeney Todd?
Deep End of the Ocean.
That's what I'm saying, Yashan.
Yeah.
Sweeney
Because I
Todd.
saw you change. I saw you getting into the movie. I saw you like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I saw it in his face.
Yeah, I also got into the movie.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Because Ami likes a lot of unnecessarily sad movies. So like, I can watch out.
Make a very it's sort of realistic as well. Like any other the family bonding that you have where you have your mother like not giving up on looking for you.
Yeah.
And where she has to show a fake happiness to the family for all those years, like, and she's like psychotic. She goes crazy.
Right.
But then she maintains something in public.
Okay.
You know, like because she understands that the rest of the family is affected because she does have an older son and a younger daughter.
Right.
Middle kid.
Yeah. The middle child is lost.
Middle kid.
And the older brother feels guilty because he's the one who let go of the little brother's hands.
It's a Lion King situation.
Yeah.
It's like long live the.
You mean like the Ingo part? He just took the little part.
He wants you to say I like Lion King too. So if you can just say that right, that'd be great.
No, that doesn't affect
Michael
me.
Jackson, Lion King.
Lion King doesn't affect me.
I like Lion King.
There you go.
See, at least some point of her life.
Third movie. Third dekak nai. I just like Deep End of the Ocean, and then I loved all the series, like a movie series of Pirates of the Caribbean. Anything I just like it. I watch and I like it.
Right.
Because I don't usually remember movies. That's something like දැන් අපි ගිහිල්ලා Pacific Rim බලලා આવොත් ආයෙ ස්ටෝරියක් කියන්න බෑ මට කාටවත් because ඒක ඒ වෙලාවේ මම බලලා it's deleted. I feel like it's extra space on in my head.
Unless it's a really good movie.
Exactly.
Then
if
no
it's
point.
worth remembering, I remember it. If I don't remember, I do not remember.
I understand. So your most favorite thing to do with your friends, like
Chat.
just tea.
We can just sit. That's my kind of
Therapy.
Therapy කියලා කියන්නේ everything. Like my fun, the epitome of fun is for me just having my friends or family and just having chats like all night. I can talk, man. Like I can.
We're so happy we had you on a podcast.
I can crack jokes. We can happy at a personal level in the family.
Inside jokes.
කාටරි පොඩ බයින්නේම පුළුවන් නේ නිකන් කියලා like අපේ නෑයොටම බයිනෝනේ අපි. So ඒ වගේ I just love having that's the best time because I'm not a party person, I'm not an outgoing person. I'm outgoing never. I mean I don't go outdoors. I'm not an outdoorsy person. I just stay home. I'm a stay home body, but I don't like staying home necessarily. I just need entertainment.
So basically with your little flick anywhere, but otherwise
anywhere.
So
you have a choice to go on a vacation, right? One is hiking up a bloody mountain.
Yeah.
Other one is in a really nice hotel room with a jacuzzi and all that. Which would you pick?
Depends on who I go with.
No, let's assume you're going alone.
Alone?
With like random, like we're meeting new people there.
Meet new people nang ඉතින් එළියට යන්න වෙනවනේ because I don't think I want anybody in my room. Please come in my room. Are you kidding?
You're the guy from that concert now?
තමස මට කිස් කරානේ?
ඉන්න කාමරේට කතා කරන්න ඕනේ what? No, like if it's the purpose is to meet new people, obviously I'd go to like a retreat or something
so
like that.
you are open to meeting new people like that?
Yeah. I mean, I meet a ton of new people all the time, but I always, I do. Because with my job, I'm always exposed to a lot of people, especially then me wage api kiyamuko voice wage wadak karanokota. I have their entire family that I meet. Like, and I have 32 talents on my team. I have to meet. There's going to be a time where I meet all 32 families.
Right.
And some of these people are going to be in my life permanently forever, and some of these people are not going to be.
Right. The favorites.
Actually, it's how they treat me, right? It's not about me treating them.
Well, you know what you do.
Because they can, not during the competition. Come out during the competition, I'm a very, like, I maintain my space.
Yeah.
Professionalism.
You have to.
Regardless, I think I maintain quite a decent space with people. Eka just naturally mata ene ekak eka mama hitala me idak
මෙයාට වැඩි කතා කරන්න බෑ
ඒ කියන්නේ මට කොහොමද දැන් ටෙක්ස්ට් එකක් ආවත් මම මේක බලලා මම රිප්ලයි කරන වෙලාවට රිප්ලයි කරනවා මම හදිස්සියේ රිප්ලයි කරනවා කියලා තියෙන්නේ ඒක එක්කෙනෙක්ට විතරයි එතනින් එහාට ආයි වෙන කාටවත් මම ප්‍රයොරිටි දෙන්නේ නැහැ ලයිෆ් එකේ it's right. So there's a space. There's always a space.
Understood.
Yeah.
You said that how they treat you. You mean they bribe you to be friends?
No, that's a good question. Thank you for asking me that.
You should rectify that.
Yeah, it's how they treat me. If I am important in their life, they'll show me importance. You know what I mean? Like they'll even the way they say good morning to me, I know if they're being cunning. Or if they're being
good morning.
You know what I mean? So if they haven't seen me as a token, but see me as a human being, and treat me as a human being, I'd like you.
Okay.
I hate it when people say, for example, parking spot එකක් නැතුව කැරකෙනවා දවසක් මට ඒ security guard එක කියන මිස් ඔයා කවුද කියලා දන්නවා ඒ උනාට අපිට දෙන්න බෑ මං කව නෑ මං කවුද කියලා එක වැදගත් නෑ trust me it's not important but I need a favor because I need to go pick up my visa and they're about to close in 5 minutes මම කියනවා නෑ අරහෙ පාක් කරන්න ඕනේ මේ මොකද මේ මෙතන පාක් කරන්න දෙන්නේ but they have ample parking
right
because it's a different like business but a building එකේ උඩම තමයි මේ BFS එක තියෙන්නේ so the security is like I get my minadia because I'm supposed to fly that night too so I have to have my passport
okay
මං කව නැහැ අද රැට මට ෆ්ලයිට් එක තියෙනවා තව විනාඩි 5කින් මේ සෙන්ටර් එක වහනවා පාස්පෝර්ට් එක ගන්න හම්බෙන්නේ නැහැ ඒකින්ද just මම මෙතන පාකින් එක දැම්මා උඩට දිව්වා passport ko adanwane passport එක ගන්න කොච්ච because he's been working there so he has an idea ගත්ත ආවා එතකොට තමයි කිව්වේ නෑ මිස් ඔයා කවුද කියලා මම දන්නවා වුණාට මං කව නෑ මං කවුද කියන එක නෙවෙයි වැදගත් මෙතන තියෙන්නේ මේ මිනිස්සෙක්ට හදිස්සියක් කියලා yeah it's a favor you do as a human so what I did was I went towards the exit I had no choice I stopped the car right at the exit I got out I locked the car. I went upstairs, got the passport, came down. එනකොට තමයි යා දන්නේ මං exit එකේ entrance එකේ කියන්නේ. හරියටම මේ exit එකේ පාක් කළා තමයි ගියේ කියලා. And he was like, madam මං කිව්වා පොඩ්ඩක් මනුස්සකම තියාගන්න. පොඩ්ඩක් අනිත් කෙනා ගැන හිතන්න. එතකොට හොඳයි. මං කවුද කියන එක වැදගත් නෑ කියලා. So for me it's mostly that like as if the police stops you, right? I'm saying they need to respect you not for who you are but as a human being. Sir කොහෙද යන්නේ? Okay. අපි අර වගේ මේව check කරන්න පුළුවන්ද? DUI එකක් දෙනවා නම් ඒක කරන්න with respect and we have to treat them with respect as well. It's a mutual thing. Because මට නම් කොහොමත් I'm not a person to argue with people. I might look like it because I have a very sturdy like I'm very straightforward or anything. But I don't argue. I can't argue. I start crying. Like I'm like, no, like you guys have no idea. Like when my dad, he goes, what? And I start crying, and my dad goes, "Podi kale, muka dananne." Then andanna deyak kiwa. My dad did not. Like I start tearing because I can't argue. I can't fight with anyone.
She knows how to push her father's buttons. Like
no, my dad. Oh, he's a nice guy. My dad, my mom, and dad, they're very nice. But I do know to push their buttons. But it's not on purpose, though.
Right.
I try to not do it, but then it just happens.
Yeah, fair enough. You gotta play the card. You gotta play it. Yeah.
All right, so that is coming to the end of the list of questions that we have for you.
Oh, no.
What we have, though, is a game.
Oh, we have a game.
We have a small game, a quick game. Amanda and I prepared.
Okay.
Where's the ball?
It's right there.
Where can you bring the ball?
We have a bowl.
Oh, we have a ball, man. It can rather be easy.
So you have like a proper amount that you you monitor, nah? Okay.
Thank you, brother.
Oh, that's a nice bowl.
Thank you.
Question.
I'm having a bad cough.
All right.
All right.
Raini, this is how we're gonna play this game. All right. You have to pick an O.
Okay.
Which is a song title. Which you might know. You might know some of the songs. You gotta pick it.
So some of them might have a song title, or all of them have song titles?
The O's are song titles.
Okay.
The X's are genres.
Genres. Okay.
Thou shall be asked. You will be asked to pick one, pick the other, and then sing the song.
And all these are very basic.
That's a challenge.
Yeah.
That is difficult.
This is the voice. Well, part of it at least.
Do we turn around and point at her?
Okay, yeah, you're shouting.
Yeah, we get to do it. We get to do it.
Okay.
All right.
So what do I do now?
You're shouting as well.
Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba.
No. Okay. We choose you.
All right. Yeah, best bet.
All right.
What'd you get?
R&B.
Okay.
Take it out.
God.
And an O.
And an O.
Yeah.
And an O.
What's the song?
There you go.
Mary had a little lamb.
Oh, thank God.
So, Mary had a little lamb, R&B style. Take it away.
Let me. Can I do it to like another melody, maybe?
Whatever melody you want.
Bro.
Whatever you want. Again, we don't know anything about music, so.
Yeah.
Just one line, okay?
Yeah.
Mary had a little lamb.
Little lamb.
Oh no! Why do I have to sing little lamb?
Little lamb.
Okay.
Till thing was, fleece was white as snow.
Snow.
You stop at snow.
Okay. Melody ke chuttak maruwe because
Come
I
on,
gotta watch it.
come on, bro.
Okay. Mary had a little lamb. His fleece was white as snow.
Did she do Unfaithful?
No, I did. You know what I did? What goes around comes around. Yeah, that's what I said.
No, stop.
Fleece was white as snow. It was it?
Mary had a little lamb. You just did the first line.
Again,
the same line.
And everywhere that Mary went.
Oh, I don't even know this part. He has a child
And
right now.
everywhere that Mary went.
The lamb was sure to show.
Oh.
Wow. Hey, good for you, man.
He followed her to school one day.
You know what? I think I've never sung Mary Had a Little Lamb.
That's deep, bro. I just Mary Had a Little Lamb.
We already passed the snow part. It's Mary Had a Little.
This is not a good song.
Okay.
Okay, this is a good song, not good for me.
your entertainment, your channel will do the next one.
Okay, yay!
There you go.
Oh my God.
No musical talent.
Hari.
Hey, you want to appear in a music video?
Eksakat vatuna ekat tekkama.
Yeah.
Maybe that's like your fate.
Alright, this is the best text.
Baba Black Sheep rock.
Oh. You know what? You can like go Metallica on this.
Again, no musical talent. These ears don't hear pitch or anything. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Go for it.
Baba Black Sheep, have you any more? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 3 bags full. Okay, I'm done.
Why was it creepy at the end?
That was death metal at the same time, bro.
Oh my God.
Alright.
I told you, no music. If we come to the voice, it'll be cancelled in one day. Again?
We could pick a more personal song for this game for the segment. Okay, I have Old MacDonald but Cow. Please, give me something easy. Please. Is this something easy?
I don't know. I can't see.
Show me. Oh yeah, opera.
Oh my God.
It's easy.
Okay.
Old MacDonald.
About the cow.
Oh, you know.
Old MacDonald had a farm.
Oh, right. That's how it goes.
Yeah, yo.
Oh, that's an easy one. I think I got a difficult
Can
one.
you do opera, bro? Yes. Can I do opera, bro?
Don't inspire. That's not fair.
With that? There you go.
Do it the rock way.
All right.
Okay.
Last round.
She'll be coming around the mountain, and then an X. Bus music.
The best person for it.
You have to do Galamata.
She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming round the mountain. She'll be coming round the mountain. She'll be coming round the mountain when she ta-ta-ka-diki-ta-ta.
I love that.
We forgot the Galamata. I'm supposed to shout Galamata, Mata, Gala. It's right.
That was good.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Hey, you can take this one.
This one?
Yeah, please.
Pop. Twinkle, twinkle, little star in pop.
Man, I got
He's trying to be.
Ryan, you want to do this one as well? You're really good.
Don't inspire him.
Okay. I won't help no one.
Thank you. How do we do pop?
Normal. Put that.
Hey, man, you all like Michael Jackson. Do it.
Yeah.
I can't do Michael Jackson. Who's a pop artist?
Dua Lipa?
Dua Lipa. Twinkle, 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 little star. Twinkle, 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 little star. Oh, I wonder what you are up in the sky. Twinkle, 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 twinkle.
Why was your pop artist Indian?
I don't know. I'm trying to not make it Indian, but it's Indian.
That is so true. Why is he Indian? Why does he have an accent?
It's like in my head, I'm like, why is it Indian?
Tickle.
Yeah. What the hell?
Tickle, little star.
Dua Lipa. Where is she using that?
Because the last big song she made was remixed with the Indian song.
Indian, yeah.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, levitating, neither.
Yeah.
Oh, your heart.
So maybe that also mixed in.
Ek remix kiya nahi main. TikTok made it and then she repeated it.
She did it.
All right, Amanda. That's you.
The final one for the night.
I have Wheels on the Bus.
Wheels on the Bus.
And it says Sri Lankan folk.
Sri Lankan folk.
Bro, I don't even know what Sri Lankan folk is.
I bet you wrote that though.
Okay, cool.
Remember in Dhamma school how we sang?
Paul. I know exactly. Wheels on the bus go round. Wheels on the bus go round.
All through the town.
All through the town.
You stop at town.
Dhamma school version, huh?
Dhamma school version.
Oh, so I met Yoshan at Dhamma school.
Okay.
I was head boy. He was deputy head boy.
We were in the choir, represent.
We were in the choir. And then I remember Yoshan very explicitly told the teacher who was in charge of all the prefects.
Side story. I didn't want to be a prefect. I didn't want to be in the choir. My mom put me by force. Okay, now you continue.
So this lady would make us sing, whether we could sing or not. Okay. And if you're bad at singing, she said, don't sing. You mouth the words and go to the back and sing. Oh. Yeah, I know Yosha one was like, look, I didn't join this thing to fucking sing, alright? I came, became a prefect, I'm gonna go, and he just walked out. I was like, you can say no to adults? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No, so she was pushing us. We were singing all day, and I was hungry. She's not stopping for lunch or tea, and we are all tired. None of us can sing. And she's like, all those who can't sing, stand at the back. So I very happily went to the back. And she's not letting me go to the back concert.
Right.
She wants me to stand at the front.
Because that means you're a good singer.
Yeah, a little.
I mean, well,
something was there. Anyway, then finally I got really pissed off. I'm like, Miss, I came here to learn Buddhism. I didn't come here to sing. I'm going for lunch. Anybody else wants to come with me.
And he just led the charge, man.
And this is like, we're breaking for lunch.
That's cool.
Yeah,
no. My mom got to hear about it.
Good call.
Until I was like, it was cool for 5 seconds. And then I saw his mom. I was like, it's not going to end well at all.
He's got to get a thundery slap.
Thundering slap. I remember this back in school, so it was very like, it was like the word of the school time.
Yeah.
How about this? How about we all sing Wheels on the Bus in a Sri Lankan...
Don't fall for it. Go.
Raini, we're best friends. Right?
Don't fall for it.
I'm joining the voice next year.
Okay, you start, and then I will help you with
You didn't help me with anything. No.
That's not you.
No, go.
Wheels on the bus go round and round. Are you supposed to come in or are you just joining now?
The bus goes round
and round. That's great. The most painful words of this stupid fucking thing.
All right. So with that, we're coming to the end of the show. Anything you would like to ask us?
I did. I think in the midst of the entire like the whole conversation, I think I asked you guys a few questions, especially you. I think. Yeah, my time questions. I'm not a good host, or like I don't question people like that unless like we're in person and we're like just chilling.
That's obvious.
Maybe. Then I ask a lot of questions.
I can imagine. Me, Yosha, no, koi baaj the content again.
Oh, Yosha, what me? Konde natta natta kapala.
Style. Putting out in the style. All right. Let me ask you this, right? Now that we're stepping in the new year, what words of advice would you have for someone not only who is starting in music, but who's taking their first steps in life? Because dude, like brown parent culture, you can't do something as eccentric as music. I tell my parents I won't do music, I would have gotten slapped.
Understood.
Right. What advice or words of encouragement would you have for someone like that?
Not just music, actually, like you said. For anything, first of all, find what you really love, because that makes a huge difference on how you're gonna maintain yourself, like inwardly, not the outside. Maintenance, like mentally, everything. The way you're gonna think about and see life, is gonna change once you know what you love. Because once you start working on things that you're truly passionate about, you're gonna see a spark in your life. You're gonna see a spark in yourself. You're gonna sleep better. You're gonna wake up happy. You're gonna have problems. Everyone has problems. Like we all have issues. Like we all have personal issues. We have people who will bring issues into your life.
Right.
We have.
Why did she point that at me?
I mean, personal gun personal issues.
I shifted that. Yeah.
I was like, I can't even dunk.
I missed that one.
I can't even dunk here. It's just like personal issues. Okay. And?
Yeah. So. I think we all have equal sadness in life. That's something I believe in. I don't think we're 100% happy anyone at any moment. Like we might be 100% happy at a moment, but there's always a down. But it doesn't mean that you need to accept it's a down. It's just life, and take it in a positive way. So first, find what you really love and passionate about. Follow that. And do your best all the time. You can maybe what 100% then the bedweti with like what you see with the other person. Like let's say you and Yoshan, let's say, for example, you both have like a similar goal and target in life, but maybe he's doing better than you in your eyes. But it doesn't mean that you're not giving 100%. Just do your 100%. It might not add up to his one, but it's yours.
Right.
So own up to your things. And mama because it's going to change your life. And then be very genuine to yourself. I feel like maintaining two different characters and personalities, and not just two. There are people who maintain many personalities everywhere. I'm not blaming them. I think it's just how they've...
it's a survival mechanism.
Yes. Yeah. They've learned to cope with their environment. What I'm saying is you're losing all your proper potential and people that need to be in your life by being somebody else.
Okay.
You know, because you're, let's say, then metanadi mang ogolang ekkaina e vidiyata innuwa kiyala hitamu. Etakota then you guys like me because I'm being that person that you guys like, right? But then you're not actually liking me for who I am, right? And then I go out to The Voice, and then I behave there as a coach, and I'm behaving in a different manner.
Right.
Etakota etana inna kattiya mata aasa wenawa o aasa nathi wenawa with that behavior. But what I'm saying is, if I be the same person here and there and everything, mage moletama already break ekak thiyena where I don't have to be someone else, pretend to be someone else. where I can use that energy into putting 100% into my work or anything. I mean, maybe improving your character with what you see, because it's your judgment. Like mama kiyanne mama hondai kiyala kiyana judgment එකේ බායක ඇදලා තියෙන්නේ මමනේ, right? So ඒකයි I always tell people, be genuine. Like even with the talents that come onto my teams, I always say, if you want to wear a sarong and be a Metallica artist, be that. Be that, because that's how genuine you are to your roots. You want to wear whatever sarang marade keka sarang tiyana kotu eva tiyenawa paata eva tiyena poda posh eva tiyena, like whatever you want.
Right.
Who says you can't do it? What rule says you can't dress in this way and be a rock artist? So because kawuda kiyanne හැම rock artist eyeliner දාලා rings දාලා black ඇඳලා එහෙම ඉන්න ඕනි කියලා.
දැන් මම බාබා black ship කිව්වේ මුකුත් නැතු.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. If that didn't win the voice, I don't know.
What will, right? Yeah, so what I'm saying is just be true to your character. I think that's going to take you a very long way. And also, if you're not, be a people person.
Okay.
Try to love people. Because especially if you want to be like a public character. Like I'm a property of the public. I always tell Minisu Mata Bainukata Manari, listen, I'm a property of them. I'm their property, so they get to say things to me.
Right, okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Don't look at it in a negative way, because meka tamai api hada meka ne dangalala tiyenne api ochchara kal. Api dannawa minissu ekekeva kiyenawa kiyala. If somebody says this one is that, yeah, okay, what? Which is why I sometimes, when I feel like I need to correct someone, I always reply, and the reply is always in public.
Okay.
If I need to correct. Sometimes my energy is not worth given, so I don't give it. Because our relatives, I mean, a lot of the extended relatives who
the biggest critics.
Crap. Yeah. ඒගොල්ලන්ට මං ගිහලා කෑ එකක් දාලා එනවා කියලා. Because they think we don't see these comments, like, you know, because they write these on these huge pages, like publicly ලොකුවට යන gossip pages ඒවට ගිහලා type කරනවා අපි ඒවා බලන්නේ නැහැ කියලා හිතාගෙන. ඒ කියන්නේ ඒගොල්ලෝ එච්චරට අපිව ලොකු කටියට තියලානේ.
Yeah.
Comments බලන්නේ නැහැ ඒගොල්ලෝ, you know, they're big stars. So that's what I see. That's the point of view I see.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the fact that you think I'm so big that I wouldn't check your comment, that's a huge compliment to me.
Yeah.
But I care about it. So
thank you, mama.
Yeah.
What about your family? Do they?
Oh, my family hated it. So
hated your journey, is it?
In that for the longest time, and it's understandable so the premise of content creation is this, right? Somebody gives you clothes for you to take a picture and put it on this thing that doesn't exist, and they will give you money for it.
Yeah.
If you pitch that to your grandparents, they'll ask you, what is wrong with you?
Yeah,
right, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's a bit tough for my family to adjust to the concept that,
of course, understanding. Yeah. I get that, because I think a lot of people from like maybe my parents' era, like they didn't want their kids, and after, like mage era ekat, but මාත් එක්කම මං හිතන්නේ කට්ටිය වයසට යනකොට they understood that this entertainment thing was like massive and really good, and it's profitable, and not everyone's a drug addict, or not everyone's like a rapist or something like that. Yeah. Because I think most parents were very afraid of their children becoming musicians or something, just because they thought that these guys are going to get into drugs and alcohol and do like various things. Whereas like up to this date, I'm 33 years old, I have not been clubbing before, right? But I'm not interested.
Yeah.
But do I want to and go experience it? Yeah. But I still don't. I haven't had the time to like.
Right.
You know, just be like, I haven't been comfortable enough to figure out
in Sri Lanka.
Research you know what I mean?
I think you should go back to US and have
because
a
for me, if honestly, if somebody had like a club with like baila,
understood.
Baila like rampari kiya paga, like if okay, I would go. Because that's the sort of dancing I like.
Right.
Like, you know, I can just dance and like, you know, like have a dancing
Dance
communication
off.
with the other person, because I can do all these like petticoat and not that I can dance. Like I think I'm a pretty decent dancer. I've done dancing before. Podi kale Indian dancing karla තියෙනවා. මම භරතනාට්‍යම් ටිකක් කරලා තියෙනවා. Then I've done a bit of Western dancing because when I was in high school I used to do a lot of like theatrical drama. So etana we done like dancing and all
this
that
CV
stuff.
will never end, man. It's long.
I do
I
so
love how
much. My sister, my little sister goes like, oh my god, Akki di karanne.
Still going on.
Yeah.
Man, that is crazy.
I like being
Busy.
involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Understand. Anything else you would like to ask her?
Wait, අහන්න එපා මොකද ලොකු උත්තර තියෙන්නේ
No,
මට.
more than that, thank you so much for coming.
Yeah,
So
thank
close
you.
to
Thank you for replying to my message.
Of course.
I was like,
That's because I always check my messages and I
Like-
There you go.
send one.
like the moment you replied, I called him like, oh my god, she replied.
Oh my
what
God.
what do I do?
Shit, man.
I was like, what do I do? And he's like, you had to reply. I'm like, if I reply now, she'll think I'm desperate. He's like, just reply, man.
Desperate. What?
Ryan, you don't understand the mental hurdles. We had to play to try and get people here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
like-
So what I say is, don't think too much. I think people who are meant to be on this program will be on this program, no matter what people say. If I maybe told someone about this, maybe that person would have said, yandipa, netta yanda. But at the end of the day, it is my decision, and it's the vibe that, I feel. And I
Vibe
feel
check
that-
pass.
Pass.
Oh,
100%. 100%. Truly. I mean, I didn't feel the time passing. And that means you're good. And, I think just reach out to people who you guys would love to have here and see. And,
Oh.
Yeah.
Ape special talents guest cancelled on the day 1 hour before that's why I kept messaging.
Oh, right.
Like, I was like, I'm not here to trouble you. Are you coming tomorrow? Not to trouble you. Are you coming tonight?
Not to trouble you.
Because people cancel in the
I think I got your message yesterday while I was recording.
All right.
Yeah.
So anyway, thanks for coming. We really enjoyed.
Problem. It
Yep.
was really
And
fun. I enjoyed this.
Shall we wrap up the show?
wrap up the year.
And the year.
Oh my
Happy New Year to
God.
our
Yeah.
audience.
Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year.
And next episode will be in January.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
with
Jan,
that.
really? So that'll be a new season?
Yeah.
No,
New season, no?
new season's in March.
Oh,
New season in March. Whenever Yoshan leaves the ship is new season.
So first season is me and him.
Okay.
Second season is a guy named Radhika and him. So third season is me and him again. Fourth season someone else and him.
Nice, okay,
We'll
okay.
see how it goes. And then fifth, so we'll see.
Cool. So you guys can have me in one of your projects in the upcoming time, okay?
For sure. And we'll
Yeah.
definitely
I'd
call
love
you
to
back for a podcast if you're free again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
And
Raini
if-
part 2.
and
And,
if-
then we'll put the Raini, the ice as a 2.
The what?
Like 2.
If ever you ever do anything with Ranjan Ramnak and you need a bad guy, please call Yoshan.
Oh, Yoshan. Yes.
please.
I
I'll be like,
So I have Yoshan to remember for our next project, and then I have Danu Innasitambi to remember.
Okay.
He wants to be in a music video.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, so I have you guys in my
No, he can be the good guy. He can be the bad guy. Ranjan
Oh, that'd be
Ramnak
cute.
also. Two birds, one stone.
I'll be
Done.
like, "Thamuse thame maa merue."
No, hoda. I think you guys make a good match.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching That's So Bro Season 3, Episode number 9. And with that, we're going to sign off. Bye.